Hello, Commanders fans. Today we have some hot news that you can't miss, so get ready because there's a lot of important information coming. Before we start, we'd like to take the opportunity to subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, and stay up to date with all the news about our Washington Commanders. Don't forget to leave a like, which really strengthens our community and helps bring this content to the most passionate fans of the team. Now, without further ado, let's get straight to today's news. Commanders' surprise draft pick is predicted to be another Jayden for Daniels. The Washington Commanders acquired wide receiver Deebo Samuel from the San Francisco 49ers in early March, and the team could further enhance its wide receiver depth heading into the 2025 NFL Draft. In a recent article by PFF's Dalton Wasserman, he highlights one player who could be a surprise draft pick for any team. For the Commanders, he believes they could take a look at Iowa State wideout Jayden Higgins in the first round. Adding another weapon like Jayden Higgins would give Jayden Daniels the ability to consistently attack all three levels of the defense. Wasserman writes, Terry McLaurin could continue to stretch the field as a deep threat, while Deebo Samuel thrives underneath, gaining yards after the catch. Higgins' ability to win in isolation would add another dynamic element to an already dangerous offense. Higgins stands at 6'4" and 215 pounds, making him a growing threat on the outside, and he can use that to his advantage against NFL cornerbacks who are traditionally a bit smaller. The 22-year-old receiver finished his senior season at Iowa State with 183 receiving yards and 9 touchdowns. His stocky frame combined with his 39-inch vertical, which he showed off at the NFL Draft Combine, could make him a solid target for any team that signs him. DC already has a star in Terry McLaurin, and a big gamble was made in the form of a trade for 49ers wide receiver Deebo Samuel. So a solid investment has already been made in the wide receiver group. If the Commanders decide they want to further improve their already solid wide receiver group, a physical threat like Higgins could add another dimension to their offense. Commanders and Bills linked to UCLA's rising star. The Washington Commanders have already made some progress this offseason, and they could end up making more trades in the draft. Additionally, the Commanders have been linked to a rising UCLA linebacker along with the Bills, according to ESPN.com. On the list of guys who could be drafted sooner than most observers expect is Carson Schlesinger. Projected by many to be a Day 2 pick, Schlesinger has a chance to go late in Round 1 to a team like the Commanders, number 29, or Bills, number 30, Adam Schefter wrote. Will the Commanders invest their first pick on LB Carson Schlesinger? Washington would like to make more defensive improvements during the draft, and with a limited number of picks available, the Commanders may have to go on that side of the ball in the first round. Schlesinger is rated as a potential starter by NFL.com. Schlesinger went from walk-on to All-American at UCLA, Lance Zierlein wrote. He's a human hound, combining elite instincts with an understanding of blocking schemes and running lanes. His pursuit speed is average, but his play recognition helps him play fast. That would be a great fit with a veteran, like Bobby Wagner. Plus, Wagner could mentor Schlesinger, giving the Commanders the benefit for years to come. On the downside, Schlesinger isn't the biggest linebacker at 6'4" and 240 pounds. He's small and struggles when blockers rush him, but he's a good athlete in coverage, Zierlein wrote. He also has solid technique as an open-field tackler and really excels on special teams. Schlesinger has only been a starter for one season, but his instincts, athleticism, and competitiveness help him project himself as a future starter, whether inside or as a 4-3 linebacker. Either way, not needing a quarterback helps, according to ESPN.com. It gives us the flexibility to go wherever we want, Washington General Manager Adam Peters said. If they trade up to lower-value players, they might not get Schlesinger, with the Bills picking right behind them. However, during his time with the 49ers, Peters built a reputation for finding good players in the middle rounds. Among those players were tight end George Kittle, 5th round, and linebacker Fred Warner, 3rd round. Insiders Jackson Dart buzz gives the Commanders a window to make a perfect NFL draft trade. Adam Peters has just 5 picks in the 2025 NFL Draft after a slew of signings in recent months. The Washington Commanders made the right move to win. Now, but it makes things even more difficult for the general manager when it comes time to make the draft. Peters will explore possible trade options depending on how things play out. An intriguing revelation from ESPN's Adam Schefter could give the front office leader a great chance to salvage some assets. Teams are reportedly showing little appetite for a top 10 pick. This isn't considered the best quarterback class, so moving back to the first round is more realistic if there are prospects interested. The Commanders are expected to be open to trade. Whether they receive an acceptable offer remains to be seen, but Peters will consider everything. Commanders could benefit greatly if Jackson Dart goes at number 29. Schefter revealed that the New Orleans Saints have already made inquiries about a possible second-round trade starting at number 40 overall if Jackson Dart is available. If the NFC South club wants the Ole Miss signal caller and the luxury of a 5th-year option, calling the Commanders would be a good place to start. Jackson Dart would be an obvious option for the Saints' next pick, whether it be in the 2nd round, number 40, or in a trade. What's more, New Orleans has already made exploratory inquiries about a 2nd-round trade, according to league sources, and it's worth noting that it has 2 3rd-round picks and 2 4th-round picks. Adam Schefter, whether Peters would want to move that low from number 29 is debatable. This is a draft full of potential starting prospects. The more picks he has, the better his chances of finding them. The Saints have a quarterback dilemma to solve after their starting position was left shrouded in uncertainty. Derek Carr's shoulder injury could be serious enough to miss the entire 2025 season, depending on further evaluations. None of New Orleans' other options inspire confidence, so an aggressive move for a long-term option at center can't be ruled out entirely. That could play into Peters' hands. Holding the 29th pick is tricky, but it won't be long before teams panic when Colorado's promising prospect Shedeur Sanders comes off the board. Dart, Tyler Show, and Jalen Milroe are the best of the rest, and teams won't want to pass up the opportunity if all it takes is giving up an extra pick or two to get the deal done. The Commanders will be ready and waiting. Peters wants to improve throughout the draft, but the team's immediate success has forced him to shift positions a bit. This remains their desired path to continued contention, so getting additional resources to find promising prospects wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. If it's a quarterback, it's Washington's best chance to extract maximum value from the number 29 pick.